Hello everyone, this is FDV's Vladireg, here to bring you another episode of Learn to Play, where we take Bronze League heroes and turn them into Silver League villains. Today we will be doing the first episode of the Build Edition, where I don't teach you about the basics of how to play. I show you a build that you can copy and use in your own match. Today we will be looking at the FFE. It is the Forge Fast Expand, a PvZ build. That's Protoss vs Zerg, and unlike the previous games, we actually have an opponent. It will be an AI, just because that makes my job a little easier, but an opponent nonetheless. So we are going to go scout and see what they are up to. The AI will not present much of a challenge, but they will be, there'll be something to scout, basically, so I can at least show that as part of the build. Now, while I was talking there, I missed just a tad bit of the introduction. You want to rally your 8th supply probe down to your natural so that it can build a pylon there. Then you spend those 2 chrono boosts there. Really, I should be getting ready to put a forge down. I'm actually going to send that probe down now. We don't see any spawning pool down yet. Normally that means something along the lines I even think I saw. Did I? We'll find out if they're going for a hatch. Yes, indeed, hatch first. Now I could build cannons there, but let's not complicate things. I'm going to spend another chrono boost because I like to. That's just personal preference. And we are just building probes and building up money. Pretty soon here, yeah, I'm going to start sending my probe down now. I'm not sure if it'd actually be faster to use this probe. Normally it wouldn't. Yeah, I might have actually been able to use that probe. Anyway, sending the probe down early so that I get this as soon as possible. And now normally you'd think we would want to build a pylon, but instead we're going to play this super safe and build a cannon. Alright, there we go. I like to play even safer still. Well, actually, on daybreak, we'll start to use this to build our wall off. I'm going to put my next pylon down there. You'll notice I have a probe building, but I will be supply blocked, so I will use that time to complete my wall off. You will notice that there is a gap here. That is perfectly fine. What you're going to do is you're going to put your probe there and put it on hold position. That way, whenever anything tries to run by, they won't be able to. And once we have a zealot complete, we will put it there instead, also on hold position to prevent any lings from running by. I am now going to drop down a pylon in my main base and take my gases. This will be very useful because we're going to need gas to begin to tech, since we are already behind. We saw them go hatch first, which is good, but we are behind in tech, so we need to be very careful about that. And pretty soon here I'm going to send out another probe to do some scouting. Just playing it ultra safe. Getting my cyber core down and putting that getting zealot out. Yeah, you will notice that cannon did kill that off. Getting everything rallied into the right spots. We'll soon have enough probes on our main base, and I will rally it down to the natural. Almost there, and there we go. And what do we see? We see lings, some lings, some queens. Everything seems to be going normal. So I'm just going to start chrono boosting that out. And I could either take a tech right now, or perhaps just throw down some more gateways. It's just what you see what I'm doing right now. But that is basically how to do a Forge Fast Expand. Just gonna pause this quick. Now what I did was a 9 pylon from your rallied 8th probe on your natural expansion's choke point. 14 forge, a gateway on 16 or 17 supply, followed immediately by a cannon. Don't build, just build a cannon then. You don't want to waste time building probes or anything else. The cannon has to be done as soon as possible. Then you want to start building your wall off, another pylon, a gateway. Start to do that. You'll then start to take your gases and get your cyber core down. I prefer to put that in my main base just for safety's sake. And that is how to do a Forge Fast Expand. And welcome back, everyone. I hope you don't notice the stutter too badly. I am loading up into another game versus another Zerg AI to show you a variant of the Forge Fast Expand. See, in that last, apparently I'm now waiting for server. Oh no. In that last game, you saw me do a Forge First, the safer of the two builds. Today, right now, you'll be seeing me do a Nexus First, which isn't as safe, but this is a very easy AI set to economic focus. So honestly, I think I probably could get away with doing absolutely nothing for 5 minutes and coming back. Anyway, we're going to be showing that off and showing some other tricks and things you can do with the Forge Fast Expand. Same as always, your 8th supply probe is rallied down to your natural choke point to build that pylon and then sent to scout. You should already sort of have in mind whether or not you want to go Nexus First or Forge First before doing this, although your probe should make it to your opponent's base around the time you would be throwing your Forge down, which makes it, basically you can sort of make that instant decision. But if you're not planning on doing it originally, you'll probably be a second or two slower, which might mean that if all of a sudden you see, well, it was a 6 pool, you might be in a little bit more trouble. Alright, just gonna queue that probe up. Not seeing any pool. I think it's safe, that's what I'm gonna say. Going to do a little bit of a trick here. I am going to send my probe and put it on hold position on where his hatchery would be. So when he comes to try and build a hatchery, won't be able to do it. Now to delay him further, I'm even going to put that pylon there and come back. Going to rally this pylon to, or control that pylon to 9 because I don't actually want it to finish. I'm just delaying that so that I can stop him from building the hatch. Delay that quick, have enough to build my Nexus. And this is basically allowing me to expand before Zerg without actually putting any real investment in it. Get my Forge down immediately, hotkey up my Nexi, and play like normal. You'll notice I'm sort of holding this probe down there. I don't really have to, I'm just not really, I guess it takes 45 seconds. There's not really too much of a reason to bring the probe back, I guess. It'll mine like just a couple of minerals really. So I'm just going to keep it down there. You'll notice I'm banking a bit. I think I'm just going to throw down another part of my wall. Get my cannon down. You will notice that I did put the gateway down before I put the pylon down. The reasoning behind that is just to be just that much safer since I went Nexus First. And after a pylon block like that, the normal response from a Zerg player is indeed to put down a spawning pool and take a gas, which means that they could be coming at me with speedlings. If I disrupt their original plan, want to be very careful, want to make sure I have the option of having units as soon as I possibly can. We're now starting to continue our probe production, getting our gases, and our economy is fantastic. Everything is going better than we could even hope to expect. And that is how to do a Forge Fast Expand Nexus First. Hope everyone's enjoyed. This is FDV's Ladira.